This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3 and 15. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Brakadiawa, Brakadiawashai, Brakadiawa, Brakadiawashai, Brakadiawa, Brakadiawashai. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakodash. Double honors to Apostles and Alice and Whitman Stone. Peace and salutation to your beloved Akim that is pushing his word in sincerity and truth with humiliation all across the forwards. To you, I salute. This is the brother Desire one back into another lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. I wanted to get the brief lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. Because it always being a hatred, hatred. With Esau, and Jake, and pretty much in this wicked society, this wicked world, whereby, the earth is given in the hand of the wicked. These devils, they get away with a lot of shit. They get away. All right. Now, I just read something brief, which I'm going to play the video. How does damn devil get away? Says Virginia nurse gets a sweetheart deal. All right. After allegedly broken the bones of 9 different black infants in the NICU. All right. Pretty much, this society, favors them. They scared away. If this was a Jake during this the Esau, it'd be in lost in jail. But Esau, the charges don't, they don't get charged. They wouldn't get charged the way how Jake would have if it was on the other hand. Let me see if I can play the video clip. Still locking. Let me see if I can play the video clip. Give me a minute.
Nurse who admitted to breaking the bones of babies. She got a sweetheart deal then. She's getting a sweetheart deal now. Put it up full mass. Nurse who broke the bones of infants gets a plea deal that's completely unbelievable. In an update, a judge has found Miss Erin Stropman, a Virginia nurse, guilty of felony child abuse for fracturing the bones of several infants when she worked in a neonatal intensive care unit at a Richmond hospital. Stropman pleaded no contest, was allowed to plead no contest January 15th to 20 charges filed against her, including malicious wounding and child abuse for several incidents between 2022 and 2024 in which she injured 9 babies while working at Enrico Doctors Hospital. I'm going to talk about how she was originally caught in just a moment. Just consider the most innocent of life imaginable. A baby, an infant. And you are a person of extreme public trust. You are a nurse inside of the facility having access to these infants, and you break their bone. licensed, you're trained, you know better. In my opinion, you're held to a higher standard of accountability, not a lower one. If somebody
Pretty much that's that hatred. A no contest. That's that hatred. You see? If that was Jake, you would probably get a lifetime. If that was Edomite babies. But the time with her isn't too harsh.
somebody from the street walked in and did that, judge, throw the book out.
That's what I'm saying.
If this happened to be a black nurse, come on.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's why a lot of our people don't understand how the system how this ain't our this ain't our arrest. Okay? Just 50 Cent say this a white man's world, boy. And this proves the scriptures always to be right. This is Psalms um 73 and 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked, for there are no bonds in their debt, but their strength is firm. It says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plaguing as like other men. They in trouble as other men, because this their society. You know, this wicked ass society. They ain't in trouble as other men. Like you say, if that was a black woman, what would have happened? Get a true book through out of. Let's listen some more. Shit, this thing ain't gonna play. Give me a minute.
This is how she was originally called. When the hospital administration launched an internal investigation, this was in 2024, they said 3 babies at the time were found to have unexplainable fractures. A criminal complaint stated that surveillance video showed Nurse Stroutman abusing a 5-month-old infant in November of 2024. The footage reportedly showed the former nurse taking the infant by its legs and pushing the child's legs to the point his feet reached his head. The hospital noted the incident looked similar to another case in 2023. That year, Stroutman was placed on administrative leave, but was allowed to return to the hospital in 2024. I'm going to give you the rest of the story. They're looking at the video. They see clearly she's abusing children. And the type of fracture, they now realize, my goodness, that looks like the type of fracture that took place in 2023 we couldn't explain. So now they got to go back and research more. So they suspend her, rightfully so. So she's gone. She should have been in jail that day. So she's gone. They bring her back. After the criminal investigation was launched, more developments emerged that linked the same nurse to cases involving 9 wounded babies in total. Could potentially have been more. She was ultimately charged with 20 counts of malicious wounding and felony child abuse. That's a lot of children to abuse to get a sweetheart plea deal. There's more. The Virginia Nursing Board suspended her nursing license May of 2025, according to WRIC. A judge found Stroutman guilty of 9 felony child abuse charges after she pleaded no contest to all counts. Once again, was allowed to plead no contest to all counts. No contest. Okay? No contest is typically the plea deal you reach when you say, hey, I'm not going to really admit to guilt. I'm not going to come out and say it. But I agree that the state has enough evidence here that it would be difficult for me to overcome this evidence during a trial. So they allow for this no contest plea. Okay? Stroutman will remain out on bond until her sentencing, which is scheduled for June 5th. Once again, another courtesy, remaining out on bond. She's convicted. The Commonwealth Attorney has requested for Stroutman to receive 3 years imprisonment as part of a plea agreement, but the judge will decide if her sentence is longer or shorter. I can't make sense of this. I can't make.
You see that shit? You see that shit? Let that be in a jig. Let that be in a jig. They'll get the books thrown at him. You know, this a wicked ass society. It's a wicked down world. You know, Esau always is get away with shit. They ain't in trouble as other men. Okay? You know, we understand these things. You see?
Make heads or tails of this because all of those children are connected to families. And I'm sure those families are outraged that their babies had to endure this kind of physical abuse. And the individual who has basically admitted to doing it and doing it more than one time and doing it intentionally, not via neglect, and doing it while serving in a position of public trust as a licensed healthcare practitioner gets 3 damn years or a plea deal from a prosecutor whose job is to hold the person accountable to the standards of the people. All right. Jordan, thoughts here?
3 damn years. Wow. And the judge decides will get a little longer. 3 damn years. Let that be in a jig. Then, boy, I tell you, it's a wicked ass world, boy. Let me get that in the NLT. Let me get that. Let me get that in the NLT. It's a wicked ass society. The Psalm 73:5. They don't have troubles like other people. They are not plagued with problems like everyone else. They don't have troubles. That's how. This is wicked ass society. He's ruling. All right. And pretty much, they say basically black children, right? That goes back to that black infant Salah, right? That goes back to that perpetual hatred. All right. Check this out, right? It's evident this time devil fucking do all this to this time. Them children still there to get away. Now the Lord was speaking to the serpent, which this it wasn't actually a serpent. He on earth today. Esau eat him. All right. Genesis 3:15. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman who's talking to the serpent. All right. And between thy seed and her seed. The woman is the nation of Israel. All right. All right. Likened unto a woman in, I think it's Jeremiah 6:2. I think it's Jeremiah 6:2. Let me see if I get it quick. Jeremiah 6:2. Yeah, likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. This is Genesis 3:15. Say, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, the serpent and the woman, the nation of Israel, between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise the head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Enmity, what means? Enmity, hatred, hostility, hatred. So we see that hatred. All right, hatred. So there's always gonna be hatred between these damn devils and Jake. That's a spirit, hatred. Okay, just wicked, man. Let's get this other one. Goes back to perpetual hatred. It says, Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast out of perpetual hatred and shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of their sword. All right, perpetual, long, all right, everlasting, old, ancient. You see that? Old, ancient. All right, okay. That perpetual hatred. They always can have that against us. They don't like us. The blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, and at the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. All right. But guess what? Just what's gonna happen. Therefore, as the Lord liveth, therefore as I live, said the Lord, power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Thou hast hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. All right. Okay. This devil, Esau, Edom. Okay. All right. His judgment coming. His judgment coming. His judgment is coming. All right. His judgment is coming. Okay. They do not like us. And these people, they so love these devils. They don't like us. All right. This is society. He's gonna get away with shit. You see what this guy said? Let that be in a black woman. They'll throw the book at her ass. But in this society, Esau always is get away. You got no contest. They give it a big plea deal. You know, she was supposed to get lost in jail. And evidence right there. Man.
I'm just floored. Like you say, this is somebody who is in a position of public trust, someone who self-selected to be in a caregiving role. And it's not even that they're deliberately causing harm. Like that is, of course, terrible. But doing so to the most defenseless living humans, that is on another level. As you were reading the details, I was wincing, thinking about just not just how painful that must have been for the child, but just like how evil you have to be comfortable in deliberately inflicting that kind of harm.
How evil? Because there's the wicked. There's the wicked. What the scripture say? What the scripture say? The leopard can't change his spots. Can't change his spots. Do I get that? So lucky, I think. Let me see. Let me see. Give me a minute. Let me see. Let me do a word search. Right. Jeremiah 13 and 23. Can an Ethiopian change his skin? Or the leopard change his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil? You can't change because you're the wicked. Okay? Diabolical.
I mean, I've never broken a bone, thankfully, knock on wood, but like
This damn devil, Esau is the devil.
the thought of it like makes me shudder because it's foreign and it feels pain. I feel like it's going to be extremely painful, and you're doing that to an infant in the NICU. They're already in there for complications. Like, what is wrong with you? I'm so confused by what would motivate anybody to do this other than just some deranged mental illness. Yeah. And I'm equally confused by the prosecutor willing to strike a plea deal that is so light. We'll bring you updates as to the.
Damn devil. In this wicked ass society, they gotta go, boy. They gotta go. Okay? Esau don't care. This damn devil. Alright? But I just want to bring those to spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. Yeah, man. Shalom.